Lots taking place today. It's Thursday, August 4th, 2022. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We're going to be covering current events, cryptocurrency. We have new major announcements, a new bill proposed, a lot happening around the world, and we're going to break it all down for you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I do want to start out. We're going to actually start with an apology. I do want to clarify what happened here with this Solana hack. So I do apologize. Earlier this morning, I shared a little TikTok, and I did post it on YouTube. And I just want to clarify what actually happened. So I saw a post by Ledger, and I wanted to throw up an update. It was 6 a.m. this morning, and I read the headline, and I posted a quick update saying that basically Ledger got exposed. I'm going to read this response directly from Ledger, and I just want to say thank you to everyone out there for fact checking me. I totally love having everyone, ready to back me up when I'm right and call me out when I'm wrong, and then we adjust from there, because I'm not afraid of the truth. I'm not going to have my feelings hurt. And, I didn't really say anything wrong. There was still some exposure, but I'm going to read the response directly from Ledger so we can break down what happened in the Solana hack. And then I want to get into the overall current events and cryptocurrency news. So let's get the record straight here. Yesterday morning, around 5 a.m. UTC, software wallets such as Phantom and Slope Finance got drained. The transactions were signed by the private keys of exploited users. We don't know exactly what happened at the moment, but hardware wallets are not affected. So the hardware wallets where people did not give their keys to any other exchanges, any other software wallets or hot wallets is what we call them. Okay, as long as you kept your keys written on a piece of paper in your safe, wherever you got your keys at, as long as you did that, you were not affected, okay? Ledger says one of the main solutions is to use a hardware wallet to generate private keys offline and then transfer of the funds into the hardware secured addresses. Software wallets such as Phantom and Slope Finance generate the private keys online and might be hacked. The best thing to do is to get a hardware wallet and send your Solana tokens there. If you connected your ledgers to Phantom, then you're fine since the private keys are secured offline. If your tokens are sitting in a regular Phantom account, it's not safe. So if you're holding them on Phantom, not safe. If you're holding them on Ledger, you're safe, I guess. Now, I'm not a tech guy, and really, guys, I'm trying to understand what happened here with the Solana deal, but it sounds like these guys, the developers, the engineers, the coders, can't even figure it out themselves. And people lost a lot of money. Their funds are gone. So regardless of the situation, I feel bad for everyone that got affected by this. This is why security is so important. And when you keep your keys, when you got the keys to your crypto offline, you essentially cannot get hacked. Someone has to come in and rob you in person and get those keys from you. Other than that, as long as you protect your keys on your cold storage device, you are safe for the most part. I do not understand what happened here with Solana. Looks like these guys are still figuring it out. I just wanted to share the direct response from Ledger just to clarify what happened, okay? So, if you guys want to look into that further, you can. For me, I haven't invested in Solana. I know many people in my community have passed on it. And Anders right here on Twitter summarized it so well. He says, these VCs shilling you failed chains like Solana don't care about you. Don't be their exit liquidity. And that's what I felt like with Solana from the very beginning. This was a VC pushed. Everyone was pushing Solana. Basically had the Wall Street backers, the VC backers, really hot project that was pushed and pumped out to the masses. And it just doesn't work. The program doesn't work. Whatever they're trying to do over there, not working. Continues to shut down, continues to have problems. That's why I've never invested in Solana, and it was always a pass for me. I hate to see the average, just innocent person have their funds hacked, but this is why we talk so much about security, why we have serious strategies for getting our cryptocurrencies offline, having offline assets, right? And only keeping certain percentages on the exchanges that, we're looking to sell off if that's our exit plan, whatever our strategy may be. We keep our long-term positions offline, untouchable, untraceable. Well, they can still be traced by the blockchain, but unhackable, So we'll see what continues to happen, though. I just wanted to clarify because this morning I kind of put out like just a vague general deal saying that, Ledger got exposed. Apparently, if you had your keys on Ledger and you didn't share your keys with any other wallet, you were good. But when you were on the Phantom platform, the Phantom wallet, I guess you could have been exposed. So terrible news for the cryptocurrency space, but nonetheless, that's a program that we have avoided and we have not been investing in. Not financial advice, but that is the deal there. Now, let's get into the exciting news. This is what we've been waiting for. Cryptocurrency regulation. Give us clarity, set us free, give us the green light, a level playing field. We don't care. We already see how their program's working out. Just set us a level playing field and we'll be well on our way. The train has left the station. Now, Eleanor Terra is reporting that a brand new crypto bill from Senator Toomey, Loomis, Sinema, Warner, and Portman gives miners and devs clarity around their reporting requirements. I'm told the bill could easily pass this year if attached to another must-pass piece of legislation. Now, anything that's getting passed by this Congress, in my opinion, is nothing they are about to pass is going to be a must-pass. Nothing they are doing is really helping out the American people, the middle class, the poor, anyone who they claim, if it's a veterans bill, if it's an affordable healthcare bill, whatever they say the bill, the Inflation Reduction Act, it's the exact opposite. And this Congress is completely sold out. But nonetheless, it looks like they are finally coming around. They have to make a move here on cryptocurrency, setting the field, the level playing field, setting the regs, setting the rules of the road. A new bill that would give CFTC oversight over Bitcoin and Ether has been unveiled. The bill would deem Bitcoin and Ethereum commodities. This is that same bill. How are they coming to the conclusion that Bitcoin and Ethereum are commodities? A big factor that I think they're going to be pushing is the decentralized nature, quote unquote, decentralized nature. That's questionable how they're making that case for Ethereum, kind of questionable how they're making that case for Bitcoin. But nonetheless, are they going to give us clarity? Is the SEC even going to have jurisdiction over some of these cryptocurrencies? Now, they're fighting the case against Ripple. This is going to have headlines. This is going to capture the attention of the whole financial world. This is the financial story of the last century, this case with Ripple, because it's setting the precedent for cryptocurrency going forward. So it's being reported here from Forbes. Every U.S. crypto exchange and Binance is being investigated by the SEC, says Senator Loomis staffer. So they give us this bill. They're trying to give Bitcoin and Ethereum clarity, green light. But they're acknowledging that Gary Gensler's SEC is going after every crypto exchange. These exchanges are ready to cut deals. These exchanges have been trying to work, for the most part, with the government and the regulators. And as I'm going to cover later on, Coinbase is giving access to cryptocurrency to BlackRock. Okay, Coinbase is going to be ready for institutional money. Coinbase is trying to play by the rules. They're trying to do the right thing. Will they get a slap on the wrist fine from the SEC? Will they get hammered by the SEC and maybe they end up paying a big chunk of change? Quite possibly. But it is my opinion that Coinbase is going to get clarity and going to pass through the regulations. But that being said, remember when we were told that 99% of cryptos were going to go away? Well, it starts by them going after the exchanges and the exchanges beginning to delist these cryptocurrencies. Now, they didn't delist Luna after we had the Terra Luna collapse and, over $1 trillion wiped out of the cryptocurrency space. After the Luna collapse, we still have Luna listed all over the place. But as soon as that case was filed against XRP, they all delisted it. But going forward, 99% of cryptocurrencies did an ICO. Okay, guilty as right there. Now the SEC is trying to make a power play, trying to push the boundaries in this Ripple case, which they're about to lose. They're coming up to their boundaries of where they're going to have oversight. The rest of it's going to be going to the CFTC, which is the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. It doesn't look like they want to create a new agency, another bureaucracy, which is good. We don't need the SEC. We don't need the CFTC to be as big and as overburdensome on, the free market capitalists that are trying to innovate and build in America. They are holding back the space. Now, the SEC, some of these three-letter agencies are more corrupt than others, are guilty of holding back America more so than others. The SEC being one of the worst. Now, don't get me started on the FBI, the CIA, and all of their ventures that they've been taking part in. Right now, we're focusing on cryptocurrency regulation, and what's going to happen here is, whether or not they want to give Bitcoin and Ethereum the green light doesn't matter. We can prove that XRP is decentralized because Ripple is only running 4 nodes. 4 nodes. out of over 100 validators that are confirming the XRP ledger. So we know XRP is decentralized. Are they going to be able to get Ripple slap on the wrist fine for selling, marketing XRP as a security early on? Whatever, who cares? In today's current form, there is no case to be made that XRP is a security in its today's current form. Will they take up issue with the escrow account? Yes, absolutely. But it's going to be tough to say, because is oil a security just because Saudi Arabia controls the whole market and can produce oil at $5 a barrel? No, it's still a commodity, right? So they cannot make that case. They're going to fail in that case. They're going to fail. Are we going to get a settlement? How does the most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC wrap up? I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know how it wraps up, other than we will get clarity for XRP. We will get the green light. But what's being reported here, they say, here's the bill. We're going to clarify that Bitcoin and Ethereum commodities, CFTC has control. And then we're also going to throw it out there. Senator Loomis here is going to throw it out that the SEC is investigating every single exchange, including Binance. So it's going to start with the delisting, and then it's going to start with the SEC going after everyone they possibly can. And what just got introduced in that other bill, I forget what other bill they're trying to pass right now. They're trying to up the budget, up the expenses and the staff at the SEC to create a enforcement agency that is just, I think they wanted I forget what it was. If it was what the money was, what the amount of staff that they want to hire, but they just want to increase the SEC into this whole arm that can go after all of these crypto players. And that's why Brad was able to sit, in that interview and say that 99% of cryptos are going to go away, and say it time and time again. Not just throw it out there one time. Brad's repeated this. And now we watch it play out in real time. What is our SEC up to? Well, they're trying to block Ripple from authenticating 7 videos that the SEC employees, the speeches that they were giving. This is from Jeremy Hogan. He says, Ripple simply wants to authenticate 7 videos of the SEC employees giving speeches, and the SEC is messing around again with it. The SEC played games in responding originally last year. Authentication is standard stuff in litigation and should not be this difficult. We move over to the library case. The SEC has requested the transcript of our most recent hearing be sealed from the public for 90 days. Someone knows they effed up. So this is Library tweeting this out. And so we're watching a case here that the SEC's fought here against Library. We have the Ripple case. And, the SEC is struggling. The SEC is struggling right now. And this goes to show they're trying to seal up the authentication of videos, the authentication of documents. This is just standard litigation procedure. And then here they want to seal up the most recent hearing in the Library case for 90 days, which tells me that they need a few more months to roll us over and set these cryptocurrency regulations with Congress, and then settle up these cases against Library and Ripple. The SEC knows they're guilty as hell. Now we have Justin. Portuguese banks announce plans to ban all accounts of crypto exchanges as the country reverses its pro-crypto policies. So this is why I titled this video The Crypto Purge, because overseas, these countries are just hammering cryptocurrency, some of them. We got Russia flip-flopping back and forth. China plays that same dance back and forth, recently banning all cryptocurrencies last year, right? And now we're seeing Portuguese right here, Portugal. The Portuguese banks are announcing to ban all these cryptocurrency exchanges, the accounts of them, okay? So they go pro-crypto and then they pull the rug, right? They pump up this whole cryptocurrency space, the NFTs, the metaverse, all the hype last year, the TikTok. It was insane, insanity. You had little TikTokers that were running up multi-million-dollar rug pulls. Little TikTok kids were getting that done. On top of the billions of dollars that was invested by the VCs, the Wall Street firms on the back end of this space. And now we're going to see them pull out 99% of these cryptocurrencies going away in the blink of an eye. Now let's take a look here at the overall market picture, what we're looking at economically in the financial space. Goldman Sachs here, just putting out a most recent report saying discussing what has happened during prolonged bear markets. And they can only find 2 in the past 15 years. So they consider the pullback of 18 going into 19, the pullback of 15 going into 16, the pullback of 11 going into 12 as just moderate corrections. Okay. The prolonged bear markets, they consider the great financial recession of 08-09. And then they're saying that right here, what we have is another prolonged bear market that we have now entered. And they are saying that we have not found the trough in this current downtrend. So we have lower to go. Now we look at this chart here. This is the S&P going back, matching up perfectly. A 6-wave movement that is going to take us much lower, taking us closer to 3,300 on that S&P. Okay. Same pattern playing out. Okay. So it looks like we have much lower to go. As far as the oil companies and how their program's working out, well, the Wall Street firms invest in all of these companies behind the scenes while they push the ESG. BlackRock and all the Wall Street boys, they push all the ESG. They get cute. They do the little spiels pushing green energy. Meanwhile, they've continued to up their investments in these oil companies, which are experiencing more profits. Okay? Profits up for all of the oil companies. That program continues to work out. And I'm not here saying that we need to stick to, coal, natural gas, all these other platforms. I say let the market decide. I'm a free market capitalist. Whatever can work. If we can go full green, by all means, let's do it. But the market will accept it when it's due time. We don't need to force the market to invest in green energy. The market will invest in green energy if they see the potential for a return, if it's feasible to bring about these solutions. Get the government out of our markets and set us free. Zero Hedge reporting, this is the Goldman report. This is the Goldman, what they're expecting on the Fed hikes. So they predicted they're about to go into 50 basis point hikes. So 50 basis points here in September. And then the next couple being 25 basis points in December, and down to 10% towards the end of the year, making it all the way down to maybe a 3% basis point hikes. So basically, the party's over on the interest rate hikes by the end of the year, which to me kind of makes sense. Over the next 3 to 6 months, we finish off the interest rate hikes. I don't think that they're going to end up doing any sort of quantitative tightening in any sort of major way. Okay. We will experience the bottom here soon in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay. And then that program's going to end and they're going to have to turn it back on QE infinity. They're going to have to cut interest rates. And I think that we're going to be back out of this moment, this recession. Okay. But that's not to say that we don't go through a period of almost no growth for 12 to 18 months. Do we bottom out and do we start to experience, 1% growth? I mean, guys, they're going to define it whatever you want to call it. For me, we're in a storm. We're riding through a storm for another 12 to 18 months. I don't plan to be chilling, having a good time, and it's all sunshine and rainbows anytime soon. Anytime soon. Even if we have complete market bottoming out, purge, tether collapse, stock market collapse, treasury market collapse, and they reset the whole system, that doesn't mean that we are going to be chilling on the yacht by next year. Guys, have a serious strategy to ride out the next 12 to 18 months. As bullish as I am for when we get to the other side, be ready for them to drag it out. The SEC wants to stall out the 90-day period in time here. They keep on stalling out the XRP Ripple case. Okay? They want more time. They're getting all their ducks in a row. They want to completely take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history is what we call this. Okay? Moving on over. So we got some moves being made here by Facebook, Meta. Instagram NFTs now support Coinbase Wallet and Dapper. So as I was talking about at the start of this, all of the exchanges are being investigated, but what are we seeing? Facebook's Meta investing in tapping into Coinbase Wallet and Dapper. Specifically, we have Instagram NFTs. And then Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has announced plans to add Coinbase and Dapper integrations to all of its platforms. So it's not going to just be NFTs. Then we also get the announcement that Coinbase is going to be giving access to BlackRock to invest in cryptocurrency. Meta now also has plans to sell $10 billion in its debut corporate bond deal. First ever debt will be used to buy back stocks, is what Zero Hedge says. Now we're going to see what they do with this. I've been saying in regards to the metaverse thing, I said, watch Meta, watch Facebook, watch Mark Zuckerberg. He's an alien operating on a whole other planet, on a whole other reality, literally, who's been planted there for a purpose. And I just thought that in the metaverse space, we're going to have a handful of winners. Just like we're going to see in the cryptocurrency space, 99% go away. Just like in metaverse, 99% go away. We have a handful of major winners. And what I'm seeing right here from Meta, Facebook, they're going in hard, they're going in heavy, they're tapping in with Coinbase. And what else did Mark do? He pulled the plug on his Libra stablecoin project. He started stepping on toes. They said, Mark, please step down a sec here, bud. You're stepping on some toes here, going a little too far. You just stay tapped into the brains of the masses, okay? We don't need you to expand into currencies. We don't need you to mess up the whole U.S. reserve currency status with your little Libra project. That is a cute project. It would be nice. You could get 1 billion users instantaneously, but you need to calm down, Marky Mark. And so that's what he did, is he pulled the plug. And that's what I'm saying, is that these guys are at the tables with the World Economic Forum, with the rest of the gang, the elite, the backroom deals where they get told what to do. You know, the JP Morgans that have been manipulating all of these asset classes. The central bankers and the biggest banks and money managers create these markets, and they use the government to regulate the space. It's a complete mafia tactic. They create the market, they set all the rules, and then these exchanges give up all your trades to them. So when you're trying to trade the market, all your trades are exposed to the market makers. And that's why we have cryptocurrency being one of the most manipulated asset classes in the world. And why last year we were saying, look out, folks. 99% of this is hype BS. Here's the Coinbase news. Announcing a partnership with BlackRock. BlackRock's Aladdin clients will now have direct access to crypto markets through Coinbase Prime. Okay. And so we've also talked about how Coinbase also positioned themselves by being ready to sell securities, to offer securities. They purchased another securities exchange. So they've already got that licensing. They're already ready to go. Continuing to make major moves during a recession, continuing to make major moves when we have a mass FUD announcement. I mean, folks, if your cryptocurrency doesn't have a serious plan for, fighting the SEC in a legal battle, being compliant with the CFTC if they are going to be deemed a commodity, doing their ICO properly, which they can't go back on now. If they did an unregistered securities offering through their ICO, the SEC has a case. And so now we're going to watch this all unfold. In the midst of a bear market, they're going to set cryptocurrency regulations. All of the hedge funds, all of the institutions, all of the big boys and girls behind the scenes that control the government, control the regulators, control the largest amounts of money and value and payment flows on this planet. They've all gotten together behind the scenes. They shook hands. The deals have been done. Coinbase is included. BlackRock is included. Ripple is included. Are you going to be included? What is your program right now for taking advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history? Central banks globally added 59 tons of gold to their reserves last month. Central banks around the world continue to stockpile. So, wanted to throw that out there too. While we focus on our cryptocurrency, we talk about our precious metals, and there's a reason why these guys are stashing away this precious little rock, this shiny little rock. 59 tons added to their reserves last month. $1.7 billion worth of XRP purchased by Ripple in Q2. Follow the money. Crypto Whale says XRP entering accumulation phase. I'll be dollar cost averaging in as we head lower. I strongly believe we will see a big rally in the future. I would have to agree. I would have to agree that we are going to be seeing major moves coming soon. I just put out a video this morning, a little recap of where we're seeing the market going over the next little bit. If you didn't catch that out, make sure you catch that. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going live on Rumble, where I'm going to be talking about AJ. I'm not going to say his name. What he just dropped in court today is amazing. Folks, this is it. This is what I've been talking about. God bless the United States rule of law. Bring him into court. Bring AJ into court. Bring anyone else you want to bring into court. And let's let all truth be revealed. All evidence presented. And I'm going to be covering that tomorrow on the Rumble because I can't talk about it here. Because the fact checkers are now saying how this proves how dangerous these conspiracy theories are. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow night, Rumble Live. We're going to be going live a little bit earlier tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is going to be about 5 p.m. So usually we go live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be going live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Make sure you're there. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the diesel shortages that are underway. There was a major volcano that just took place. I believe that was in Iceland. Okay, we got a lot of happenings. So that session's going to be lit. We've been making money shorting Bitcoin, doing a little bit of trading recently over the last week. So we hit Bitcoin on 3 shorts now. 25% profit, 20% profit, 15% profit. I share all my trades with my Discord group in real time. But what I do here is I share you guys on YouTube. I'll throw up my doofus more on TA and say, here's where I think we're going. Take it or leave it. Not financial advice. And we've been watching this pattern play out so perfectly. Now, the Bitcoin market, the cryptocurrency market, I believe has another at least 30 to 50% drop to go for Bitcoin. And some of these other cryptocurrencies can go another 30 to 50% easily. Some of these cryptocurrencies are going away. Just like we titled this video, Crypto Purge. Just like we're looking at with the Solana situation. It's really sad. It's really unfortunate. I hate to see good people lose money like that. That's why we skipped on Solana. Just didn't turn us on. The program hasn't been working out. Okay. Now, over the next couple of weeks, if we do go down to the downside lower, I think this is going to be one of the better opportunities to accumulate. Goldman Sachs just said that the bottom is not in, which worries me. Because these guys, when they put out public announcements like that, they're always trying to trick the market. They're always one step ahead. So when they say inflationary is transitory, they know it's not going to be transitory. They know we're going into an inflationary crisis. Right? So with JP Morgan saying that we have not bottomed out, I am a little bit worried here that, we don't have much further to the downside to go, but I am ready for that serious move. Okay. When it's announced that these exchanges all have, new lawsuit against Coinbase, new lawsuit against Binance, Tether's imploded. There's a crypto purge that I want to take place. I don't want innocent people losing money in Solana hacks, but I do want a crypto purge to take place that cleanses us of all of the scammers, all of the BS, all of the no utility, all of the exchanges that are not solvent, all of the hedge funds that are basically, on the Michael Saylor program that's not working out. They lost $1 billion and they're still touting it as the best investment they could have ever made. What are you smoking? That these programs are failures. When should we be buying more? Penelope, great question. Great question. I have been buying XRP the whole way down. I continue to dollar cost average. I am not trying to time the bottom. I have serious FOMO. I want to buy XRP now. I'm trying to remain patient because I think that over the next week or so, we will be going back down to the downside. And best case scenario, I have targets at about 20,800. So we're going back below 21K is my targets on the upside. Worst case scenario, it's like that 13 to 12K range. And I'm ready to go even lower. And I don't get comfortable until I see these things play out. This is why I don't focus on decoding timelines anymore, like doing decodes like that. Not that that's not fun. I do enjoy that. It's a pastime of mine. But I don't worry about the dates anymore. I worry about what events are 99% probable over the next 3 to 6 months, over the next year. It's really tough to get timelines down. It's really tough. Now, all through October and November, we predicted that we were going into a Bitcoin bear market by the end of the year. That played out perfectly. Was it luck? I don't know. I just looked at history. The last 2 bull markets, we topped out in December. I looked at the dates. We topped out new moon of December in, what was that? 2017. And once again in 2013. Both bull runs, we topped out in December, right around the new moon. So, we did that. Well, whatever. History's hindsight. Going forward, I'm just trying to say, if you're not comfortable with your bags, continue to dollar cost average. But it does look like we have much lower to go. And I don't get, like, the utility run isn't on. Our trip to paradise isn't on until we get the Tether collapse or we figure out what the heck's going on. And I would love to be wrong about all this. I would love for Tether to be solvent. I would love for all of these other players to be solvent. I would love for the rest of the crypto space to get the, what did Hester Pierce suggest? That basically you could come on board. Let's onboard all these firms because we didn't give them clarity. Let's not punish them. Let's give them a grace period to come back into compliance. I would love for that. But it looks like an absolute setup crypto purge for the crypto space that's about to occur. Liquidity will be gone. And I also worry about being able to acquire these assets from these exchanges during this moment. Whenever that happens, I'm worried about being able to buy XRP if it did go down to a quarter again. And whatever assets you're looking to get, I'm worried about these exchanges being online and having liquidity during these events that could play out over the next 3 to 6 months that bring us to the absolute mass blood in the streets moment for crypto. Which sounds crazy because we've already lost $1 trillion out of the market cap, just vanished. I think we're close over the next 3 to 6 months. But we have to see these events play out before I get comfortable, before I get excited. It's like, we got to come clean. We got to come tell the priest that we've sinned in the cryptocurrency space. Now, a lot of the kids don't like that. And I know a lot of you guys are impatient. I get it. We got to come clean and ask for forgiveness. Some of them. Some of the scammers and the BSers and the no utility and the pumpers and the dumpers that we continue to see. Okay? Why don't I sell my bag and buy back cheaper? As I just stated, these exchanges don't have liquidity. They aren't solvent. They're folding. I want my cryptocurrency offline for my long-term holdings. My little trading bag, my little exit strategy for a percentage of my cryptocurrencies, whatever. I keep that on the platforms. And I have been playing. I will tell you this. I did sell a few of my cryptocurrencies, and I've been using that to trade because I felt like the market was going much lower and I had already taken such a loss. I was like, okay, let me get the tax write-off. I'll take a loss. I'll sell off these positions, and then I'll just move it back into a trading bag. So far, so good. Knock on wood. We've done 3 consecutive Bitcoin shorts, 25% profit, 20 and 15% profit. Now, I know better than to be up here. I'm going to get wrecked next trade. And as I always say, if you want to watch me lose money, that's what I do on my Discord. I share it with my Discord group, what I'm trading, what I'm doing. And it's nothing special. It's nothing special. Don't get into my program if you're trying to learn trading. I'm not the person to teach you trading. Okay? Doofus more on TA. Let's look at the moon. Let's make a bet because we're degenerate gamblers and we can't help ourselves. And we think we're smart guys. We think we're wise guys. It's gambling. And I ask God for forgiveness. But nothing turns me on like making money shorting Bitcoin. That is what gets me going. Do I believe in Nassar Jassara? Yes, Nassar Jassara was a real thing, but we see it enacted in some form. Yeah, I think so. I think that we have a serious shift underway. And God, I can't wait for my session tomorrow night, because I'm just going to go completely unfiltered, uncensored on Rumble tomorrow night. And we're going to be talking about how great the rule of law in the United States still is. And the clips that I saw out of the AJ case that took place, where he has to pay $4 million. He has to pay $4 million in fines to families of, the victims. He has to pay $4 million to the victims. Okay? I say let it all be revealed. Let it all be revealed. And what Alex just said today, wow. You guys want to take it to court? God bless the U.S. rule of law, the United States Constitution, and the people that still stand and uphold that Constitution. That oath, that oath that they took. And the judge had a little smirk when Epstein and Clinton got mentioned, didn't she? He had a little smirk. She knows. Couple names that we don't like to mention over here, but you guys know. You guys are tapped in. You guys can handle the truth for the most part. I'm speaking to you. If you can't handle the truth, good luck, God bless. Hope it works out for you. Hope the program works out. We got a lot of evidence. We got a lot of documents. We got a lot to expose. We're doing it in real time every single day. I was just thinking today how the internet has won. They can't stop it. Nothing can stop what is coming. Oh, Menelek says Epstein and Trump. Okay. Menelek, you're my boy. Let it be exposed. If Daddy Trump did it, if he's guilty, may all truth be revealed. God willing, all truth will be revealed for us, for all eyes to see. But I was thinking today how the internet won. It's just, we're holding everyone so accountable. And these tools that we got here with the internet are allowing us to share the truth so quickly. Such a beautiful thing. And you guys know what I stand for. You guys know what I stand for. What's the perfect size bag to hodl for XRP? Whatever your intended goal is. If you're just trying to get rich, if you're trying to build generational wealth, you have to understand where XRP could potentially go. Realistically, where could it go? Now, realistically, for me, XRP is a 2, 3, 4, and even a 5-digit coin. And I don't care what the haters say. I don't care about market cap. I understand that we have quadrillions of dollars of value to put on distributed ledger technology. And I think the XRP could get a sliver of that. And even a small percentage takes us to a wonderful place. So I think that realistically, why am I saying it like that? Realistically, 2, 3, 4, and even 5. I won't throw out 6 digits. That's just too crazy. That's just too crazy. I'll get too many people mad. Too many thumbs down. Hey, and if you don't like it, thumbs down it. If you like it, thumbs up it. Give us that reaction. Leave a comment. Let me know. Fact check me. No feelings are going to get hurt over here. God bless you all. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys. We got nearly 400 with us on YouTube. We got a couple hundred here on TikTok. God bless you all. If you're listening on our podcast platforms, we appreciate you. Like I said, I'm a simple guy here. I just want you guys to understand what's happening, world stage events, current events, what's happening in the macroeconomics, financial world, what's happening in the currency world, what commodities matter, what we should invest in, what businesses we should run, how to make our businesses recession proof. What cryptocurrencies we should be taking a look at, what cryptocurrencies turn us on, how to store our cryptocurrencies properly, and how to prepare, storing essentials, storing food, growing gardens, creating relationships within our community, having serious strategies for all asset classes, all aspects of our life, battling the health crisis. That's part of our program. Keep shorting Bitcoin, you'll get wrecked. Hey, let's go, man. If we get wrecked, we get wrecked. We're having fun with it. I've gotten in and out 3 times. Made some good money, actually. Do I think that XRP is going to work hand in hand with Swift? Yes, I believe that Ripple is going to help Swift utilize XRP for back-end payment. Yep. I do believe in that. When should we expect Ripple to object to the SEC motion to seal Bill's emails? See, this is the thing. I haven't even been watching the timeline anymore. Like, I used to be like reporting every single episode. Okay, here's what just happened. Here's what's coming next. Man, I really don't even follow it that closely. I just worry about how much of that currency do I have stacked. And boy, oh boy, have we taken advantage of this opportunity. God bless you all who've taken advantage of this opportunity, man. Wow. Wow. I mean, we bought at 60, we bought at 50, 40, we've bought at 30. We're ready to bet the farm at 25, God willing. Wow. Yep. The best is yet to come. I do feel that way, JBO. Absolutely, man. It's such a beautiful opportunity for those of us that are tapped in and are taking advantage. We got to be focused right now, though. There's so many distractions. We could be down rabbit holes, conspiracy theories, talking about, all sorts of stuff. For me, I've just been locked in business, man, every single day. 2 businesses that I run right now, and just every day, all day. Other than that, I just spend time with my family. Nothing else matters. Family, business, stack as much freaking cash as possible, acquire assets that have real world utility, real world value, acquire currencies that are going to be reserve currencies, and be ready to have offline assets and be ready to prepare to defend my family. God willing, we pray for peace, but wow, we are prepared. And it's a serious situation. Mr. Lucky, thank you for the super chat. Who's more dirty, Gary Gensler or the hokey pokey man? Wow, we're fighting the health crisis on every front, and I just want the data. I just want the science to be, put out there. True science, hypothesis backed up by research, studies, multiple studies. Let the truth be revealed. Let's see what happened. Let's see what the program is, how it's working out. Let's get the data. Let's not try to focus on the narrative so much as what are the real data? What's the real number? It's so hard to get the truth out of countries like China, countries like Russia, these other countries. They've shut down the internet. They've shut down the tools of the people to be able to expose what their governments have been doing. Because, okay, you want to do whatever program you want for health. To each their own. But what the heck are we doing over there, man, in that country where they're locking down millions of people time and time again? Like, it's a prison over there. That's not what we stand for. That's crimes against humanity taking place. So we will be speaking out against that. But to each their own, if I'm not going to get into that here too much, but on Rumble we talk about that more. Case over in November when ISO 222 goes live. After that, 36 days we will be long gone. 36 cent days will be long gone. Yeah. That's the thing is we can't really... I'm not waiting around. They tell us that they're waiting to roll out ISO implementation till next year. We've stalled. We're pushing it back. I don't believe that, but I also don't, count that out, that they don't stall another year or two. It's all possible. But it really feels like we're close, but it's been feeling like we're close for over a year now. What happened is in March 2020, we set forth the events for this reset. Right? So the Great Reset, everyone's been talking about it. Everybody knows about the Great Reset. Oh my gosh, it's so evil. All this, whatever. We're going to get rich. We're going to create generational wealth, and we're ready to prepare to defend our families no matter what happens. So whatever it is. Call it what you want. Great Reset, greatest transfer of wealth in world history. We're going to take advantage of it. Okay. March 2020 set forth those the events and the plan, the agenda. It's been rapidly accelerating ever since. Now we're coming up to an inflection point where the system breaks. The dam breaks. Perfectly timed up here with the end of the Shemitah year, the 7-year cycle, which has been a pattern that we've watched over every 7 years. We get a serious pullback in the markets, a serious correction, a serious shift every 7 years. The Shemitah year, that cycle's been interesting to follow. But then we also have the election coming up on top of much other happenings as well. Well, we have an election year, election chaos, another dark winter planned for Europe. Food crisis and energy crisis is getting worse. You know, even if you want to say that it's not getting worse, okay, is it getting better though? It's kind of just hanging in there. Now, I got some news to cover tomorrow about diesel increasing in price. We just covered how the oil companies are pushing massive profits right now. Massive profits. They're taking advantage of this opportunity. And ask Gerald Celente, Greg Manarino, and Jim Rogers. Yeah, I really like all those guys are good. All those guys are good. I don't quite catch everything that they put out, but I do like watching those guys when they make appearances. I do like to watch. Gerald Celente is very entertaining. How are you holding the cash that you are stacking? Physical and in the bank and in the exchanges. So I'm ready to move. Physical, in the bank, and on exchanges. We've been lining up debt and negotiating debt. Now, this is what I've been talking about in my business development program. And we're going to be talking about this a lot more as I finish out that program. We were locking in low interest rate, good debt over the last year. Taking advantage of that. Now, we actually just saw mortgage rates peaked back below 5% here in the United States. So they've actually gone back down. So, be ready for that. If you're ready to make a deal, if the numbers work, the numbers work. People were making money in real estate when interest rates were at 20%, right? So it's just a matter of making the numbers work on your real estate investment. Now, what happened, just like in crypto, just like in all these other asset classes, when the pump was on, when the good times were on, when the punch bowl kept on getting filled up by the Federal Reserve, we had a lot of people who thought they were slick in real estate. They were slick in crypto. They were slick in stocks. They were trading memes. They were betting Airbnbs. They were doing flipping. They were doing whatever in real estate. And that party's coming to an end. Okay, so there's really good deals coming online right now that I'm already starting to see, that we're already moving on. Businesses. So one of my Discord members asked me today about financing a deal, taking out debt to buy a business right now. No, this is all what we're talking about in our program right here. So it is easier to buy revenue than create revenue. It is easier to buy revenue than create revenue. So you can buy a business with existing cash flow, existing revenue, much easier than building from the ground up. Now, there's something to be said for building your own deal. Okay, that's cool. But if you want to move faster and if you can make the numbers work. So my answer to this guy, he was talking about his business and should he take out debt right now with the situation at hand, should he take out debt, which it's hard, right? Because it's such uncertain times. And I said, as long as cash flow covers debt service, you can make it work. And maybe, you need to buy the business at a discount because of the market conditions. And maybe you need to buy the business at a discount because you're predicting that the revenues are going to go down. Cash flow is going to go down as we continue through this recession. So you need to buy it at a lesser multiple. Whatever multiple you're buying that business at, it needs to be a lesser multiple. And you need to make sure your numbers are conservative. But if cash flow covers debt service, you make the numbers work, then that's taking on good debt. To simplify, what that means is that you have more cash flow than you got going out the door in debt, whatever your debt service is. You got 10 grand a month in debt service, but you're bringing in 30 grand a month. Whatever margins you're looking at, you want to look at those margins. Really consider all the macro events, because that's how he framed his question was, considering all that's going on right now, should I take out debt? And I do not believe that you should take out debt if you're just buying a new whip that you don't need. if you're buying a boat to go out on the lake with, if you're buying crap that doesn't produce cash flow, then no, you should not go into debt. Now, actually, I have way more economic data. I got another show that we'll do tomorrow with the Rumble where I'll cover more of this. The American consumer has just added the most amount of credit card debt since 2008. It was like a few hundred billion. And I can't remember if it was in last month or Q2, but I'll get that number out to you tomorrow. But it is crazy the amount of debt, and that's bad debt that the American people are taking on right now. This is a bad situation. And why we know it's going to get a whole lot worse. When you actually take a look at all these numbers, it's for sure going lower. It's getting worse. The data reveals the true story, what's taking place in the streets, in the American household. That one guy you know, thank you for the super chat, thinks the XRP supply is going to dry up. Keep thinking of no more is being sent than 4 or 5 hedge funds could wipe the supply with a few 250,000 buys. Absolutely. So Ripple's already buying up most of the XRP, right? And they control the flows of new XRP going into circulation. So Ripple is acting as a central bank. The treasury account is holding XRP as the main asset that they're holding, right? And they are also building out the ecosystem and providing the liquidity, right? So they're a central bank. They control the supply of the reserve asset. And then they're also providing the liquidity for any and all markets and any and all asset classes. There's no other place that I mean, gosh, that's it, guys. They're operating like a central bank. They're not servicing just one country. That's why I said we should compare them. My first viral TikTok, I talked about comparing Ripple to a central bank of central banks, IMF or BIS, because they're servicing and providing settlement liquidity for everyone, not just one country. The reserve currency that they're holding, XRP, setting them up to be the most liquid asset in the world. Or at least as liquid as a G10 currency in Ripple's own words. So is it going to be just as liquid as a G10 currency? I believe so. Ripple continues to achieve their goals. They're doing a pretty good job. The team over at Ripple is winning, if you haven't figured that out yet. They're not buying out, they're not renting out just one floor anymore on their building in San Francisco. They're renting out the whole dang building. They're buying $1.7 billion worth of XRP off the secondary markets in 1 quarter. Many XRP holders will sell at $10. Absolutely. John, thank you for the super chat, John. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of your participation in our Discord group as well, John. Thank you. Buy businesses that thrive in the recession, hyperinflation. I'm excited about chaos in real estate. Cash buyers, private lenders ready. Amen, brother. And that's who I went to go through to secure my mortgage right now. Not only because I'm self-employed, so it's harder for me to get funding for conventional loans, but I went to a mortgage broker who can go to private lenders and they can say, we'll give this doofus more on some money. We're going to give it to him at a 7.75% interest rate. But if I can make the deal work, I can make the deal work. So I don't worry too much about that. And like John says, we got cash ready. Cash ready, private lenders, building out a team, assembling a team to move in real estate. You know? Mortgage brokers. Got our accountant. Get you a lawyer. Property manager. Get these brokers working for you. These brokers are broke. Just like Robert Kiyosaki says. Why are they called brokers? Because they're broker than you. And that's the truth. Now, they've been cashing out. It's been good times. But that party tightened up a little bit for them. There's still a little bit in the punch bowl there. There's still a little bit getting filled in there. The party's still going on a little bit. But this is when you get them to go to work for you. If you're an investor, you know, you get a little bit more contingencies in your favor if you're ready to pull the trigger in this market. It's not full on seller's market, throw up anything and you have multiple offers bidding it up in a week. It's not that market. Now, here's the thing with real estate. If the market's going to give you what the property's worth. So if you need to adjust your price, you're going to need to adjust your price. And that's why you're seeing in some of these markets, the high flying markets, they're dropping the price by 50 grand, by over 100 grand on some of these properties, these $1 million properties. They're dropping rapidly. But if you're priced right, you're going to sell still, because there's still a shortage of housing. Actually, there's a shortage of good quality housing, in my opinion. In my opinion, there's plenty of structures. There's no reason for homelessness. Everyone could go find and squat in a building, but there's a shortage of good quality housing. There's a shortage of quality housing in the neighborhoods that are in demand. So if you're doing real estate right, there's plenty of opportunity. We are going to make so much money during this time, John. I know that you're moving, we're moving in the Discord group, and I love to hear the stories of you guys, with the businesses that you're running, the real estate moves that you're making, the precious metals that you've been able to stack up, and everything else that you guys got going on. Yeah. We just took advantage. So, yeah, we just did our first NFT drop. That went really well. Discord group got whitelisted. I don't know. I think my NFTs that I got for free are worth quite a bit now, I guess. So that's cool. I'm just kind of staying in the project to see how the utility plays out for those guys. I just support those guys in what they were doing, and they hooked it up with the free NFTs and got our Discord whitelisted. So that was cool. We took advantage of that. I don't know. I think they were worth almost like $1,000. I was like, okay, that's cool, but whatever. Nonetheless, we're watching that unfold in the NFT space. I've always said my eyes are on the big hitters, the Metas, the Snapchats. Snapchat's going to go so hard on metaverse NFTs, right? Now we're seeing Instagram with the NFTs. NFTs is massive. It's just, I don't care about these nerds building a blockchain gaming token, a blockchain game with crappy graphics that no one's playing, which is what got touted over the last year. I was just like, this is all crap. And they're going to the TikTok influencers saying, here's 10 grand, here's 50 grand. Please, can you make 3 videos? The whole marketing campaign will take place over a month. You guys will all get, we're going to give you a bunch of NFTs. We're going to whitelist you. We're going to also cut you a check for $50,000 on top of it. Pump it to your Discord group, pump it to your communities. And then, it's just pump and dumps. No utility. No collectability. No one cares to actually use these NFTs. So, that's been the thesis for me in all of crypto, right? Is looking at real world utility, looking at big problems, and looking at who's solving those problems. And to that point, with your businesses, whatever your program is right now, if you're not making enough money, it's because you're not solving big enough problems. Go solve bigger problems. Very simple. For example, in my landscape business, I started out mowing yards for nothing, $20, $30 a cut before I even had a business. I was mowing my family yards and just hustling, right? That's my I was at the tail end of the generation that still worked for, some money and stuff, right? So we'd go do that, right? $20, $30, whatever. We were started by mowing yards, doing maintenance. Then we go up in here to landscape jobs. Now we're doing, big deals, big landscapes, right? That's what my landscape does on the daily landscape business. So that's pretty cool. Now here on the media thing, we're doing that too. Reaching out to hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, taking in hundreds of people into our exclusive community where we're exposing the full program, helping people out, holding their hand, showing, hey, here's how you start your side hustle. Here's how you start your business. Here's how you secure your wealth that you already have. Oh, you already have a 401k? You already have money invested in these markets? You got a 6-7 figure portfolio? Well, we're not here to give you financial advice, but we'll show you what we're doing, specifically in the cryptocurrency space and these other asset classes that we understand. I don't talk about stocks. That's the one thing that I have not brought to my community is I don't do stocks. All I've said all along is that if I'm not getting in pre-IPO, to me, you're getting in with the rest of the masses. That's not a major opportunity. Is there opportunities in the stocks? Absolutely. But the big opportunities are pre-IPO companies like Ripple that haven't done their IPO yet. If you could be buying up their stock pre-IPO, I wish I could. I wish I was an accredited investor. I'm working as fast as possible to get accreditation. Actually, I think that I could get it. Yeah, I got to figure that out because I think that I could actually get it. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. No, I appreciate it, man. We're just trying to help people out right now because, wow, over the last year, it happened. But over the next 12 to 18 months, we finish out this ride. Over the next 12 to 18 months, we finish out the storm and we make it through to the other side. Could it happen sooner? Yes. Praise Jesus if it does. But I'm ready to ride it out for another 12 to 18 months from this point on, from where we're at today. There's still time. There's still time to invest in cryptocurrency, to start your side hustle, to expand your business, to scale up your business, to solidify the infrastructure of your business and make it recession proof, to go buy businesses. This is going to be the best time to go buy assets. This is the best time to buy assets of real world utility, real world value. Suppressed assets aren't going as low because they've already been suppressed, i.e. XRP, XLM, XDC, and others. Some businesses have been thriving during the last 2 years. You're not going to get them at discounted cash flow. They're doing better. Okay? But if cash flow covers debt service, well, it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, 5%, 2%. If cash flow covers debt service, it's all about cash flow right now, baby. You got to run it up. Very simple. Spend time with family. I hold my little princess, which she doesn't want to be held anymore. She wants to run. She's running. But family time, and then stack as much cash as possible. God willing, we make it out to the other side. We have a community. Zach has a great Discord group with some fantastic people. I share what I know in there to respect Zach and his channel there. John, I appreciate that. And that is the beautiful thing is we had some big hitters come through our Discord, dropping some serious knowledge. Yeah, we got a great community over there. We just saw a dip in silver was a great time to stack a few ounces. Man, John, I've been trying to make it into my silver dealer. I've been trying to go buy some more silver, just because I want more offline assets, and I want to be ready. And the gains are going to be massive, in my opinion, on silver. When that situation breaks, when we have that inflection point, when we finally realize, when the markets realize, when the vaults realize, when all of the market participants realize that there's a little bit more paper than there is precious metal, that's when we go, oh crap. And that's when I think we're going to see the mother of all pumps for precious metals. There's a reason why they just added 59 tons of gold to the reserves last month, right? We just covered this from Gold Telegraph. Central banks globally added 59 tons of gold to their reserves last month. So there's a reason why they're storing these shiny rocks in the vault. And there's a reason why they want to have control over this market. Through the derivatives market, they've manipulated it completely. Swift, BlackRock, the money is coming. They need to shake out more, be ready to accumulate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, I just realized that we went over an hour, so let's go rapid fire Q&A. I'll give you guys another 10 minutes here. Let's go rapid fire Q&A. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much. I'll try to just go rapid fire. Let's see what you guys are working with. The chart guru wants to share some stuff about the stock market. Okay. That's cool. I'll check out your channel, I guess. Did Bitcoin actually become ISO 222 compliant? They basically just put Bitcoin on XDC. They're using XDC to make it compliant. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing with Bitcoin compliance with ISO is they put it on XDC. It's settling on XDC. It's basically like putting, which Bitcoin's already on XRP too. So is Bitcoin ISO compliant because of XRP? I think that the XDC guys were just trying to hype that a little bit, maybe. So it was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. We got wrapped Bitcoin on XDC. Cool. But, oh, it's ISO compliance. Everyone gets excited. It's a nothing burger. I mean, just because Bitcoin's a nothing burger, in my opinion, it's a failure. Oh, by the way, and if you're interested, if you need a place to get precious metals, go to my website, zachrector.com, and just put your info into the contact form. And just say like, hey, precious metals, looking for metals. If you're looking for precious metals, just go to my website, go to the contact form and fill out your information. Get in touch with me. Okay, get in touch with me. If you're looking for a precious metals dealer, that just get in touch with me right now. Yeah. Just go to the website, zachrector.com, fill in the contact form, send me your information, and we'll get you set up. If you've been looking for someone, just let me know. Flip a house, buy some XRP, get cash flow, hold some crypto. It's a great cycle. Amen, brother. Yeah. I'm looking to get my real estate portfolio started. So I'm trying to move on my first deal, use that one, build up some equity, get us into the next deal. And I'm really looking forward to it, man. We're going to get the real estate game going hard. Yeah. I've been focused on real estate, building real estate and setting it up for the back end, more conservative investment, right? My businesses, actually, they're pretty conservative at this point too, but it allows me to take risks in business, really push my businesses. And then with real estate, that's going to just be preserving my wealth that I build. You know what I'm saying? So, and actually we're going to use real estate to build our wealth too. Actually, like I said, we're just going to get that thing rolling, but that's like its own operation, you know? Brian, that's major, man. Brian, huge 50 spot, Brian. I appreciate your support as always, brother. You are such a real one. Great job as usual. Keep it coming. The whole truth. We want the truth and nothing but the truth, Brian, don't we? Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Why can't you just say where to get metals? Just reach out to me on my website and I will get you in touch. Yep. Yeah, so on that note, I appreciate all of you guys. If you're looking to join our exclusive Discord community, get access to everything over there, zachrector.com, sign up for the Patreon, you get access to the Discord. Also, if you're looking to get precious metals, fill out that contact form on my website. Let me know that you're looking for metals, and we're about to be able to get you hooked up. So I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. If you could smash that thumbs up for me on the way out, I would greatly appreciate that. I love this community. Thank you for helping me share this message far and wide. We're riding out a storm here, but on the other side, it's going to be beautiful. It's a great opportunity. Take care. God bless. Stay safe out there. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.